He said that when death is approaching, be prepared for it. Don't say, Mullah Sahib, don't talk please. Oh, a ghusl khana has been built somewhere here. And if you tell someone just to visit, not for dead body, just there is a jug there to bring, he won't go. There is a jug. He says, no, I don't enter ghusl khanas. Why? There's no dead person there. There's nothing, no ghusl to be given today. But he fears entering the place as if somebody is there waiting to trap him. There is nobody there. But if there is a dead person to be given ghusl, I'm pleased to say that nowadays, alhamdulillah, many youths volunteer and say we would like to learn. But there was a time when people said, please do it yourselves and finish it. Because we just don't want to come by. Why? Because what will happen if he stands up? A person with whom you were mingling during his lifetime, you had no fear of him at all. You are afraid of him when he is now silent forever. Suppose he rises. If he rises, tell him thank you, come back to life. Welcome. It doesn't happen. If it happens by the will of God. What happens if he rises? People have risen from the grave also. After having put them in the grave with kafan, sometimes they shake, sneeze and stand up and say, Salaam alaikum. What happens? At that time some people run away, some people faint. And then they come back and embrace him and take him home. This has happened. But that doesn't happen every day. But why are we afraid? The Prophet said that visit one who is dying, halatu ihtidar, and see how he is dying, and think that this is what is going to happen to you once. This is the end of it all. And when you will reach that stage, whether it is a split of a second, God forbid by accident, when a man dies instantly, or whether it is by heart failure or heart attack, whatever they call it, or whether it is by prolonged illness, there is always a moment of sakratul maut. وَجَاءَتْ سَكْرَةُ الْمَوْتِ بِالْحَقِّ ذَلِكَ مِنْهُ ذَلِكَ كُنْتَ مِنْهُ تَحِيدٌ. Sakratul maut is an intoxication before death, an ecstasy before death, where a man in a split of a second reviews all his life and sees it just like a movie. This is what he did. In that split of a second, he sees everything. Allah says it must come. Sakratul maut. See how he dies. And don't start crying and weeping when a man is dying. When a person is dying, don't stand there to weep. If you cannot withhold yourself, go away. Let other people stand. Teach him and remind him to read La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasul. Teach him. Remind him to say Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadur Rasul. Read Dua Mashlul in his presence. Read Yasin when he is still alive. Read Surah Was-Saffat when he is alive. Read Surah Yasin when he is alive. Read Ayatul Kursi when he is still alive. And read to him. And if he can repeat, and if his speech is still on, let him follow you as you say La ilaha illallah. He also says La ilaha illallah till he breathes his last. At that time, make him sleep, or cause him to sleep with his feet towards Qibla. If this is Qibla, turn his bed and let him sleep towards Qibla. Wajib. Wajib to turn Mayyit, or the dying person, towards Qibla. One has got to have that presence of mind. And when the man dies, immediately shut his mouth. If it means tying, tie it. And shut his eyes and cover the whole body. And say, Inna lillah wa inna ilayhi raji'un. We are all for God. To him shall we return. But stand there and see, this is the sum total of my life. Am I dying a person who is going to leave behind a fragrance of my life, or am I just leaving behind mapesa? Listen to what people talk. People talk one thing. How much has he left? Malaika say, how much has he sent in advance? This is the difference. The Prophet said, people talk, Kitra chadivyo. Kitra chadivyo means how much has he left behind? Mapesa, properties, assets and all that. Malaika say how much has he sent in advance? Whatever, little, but in advance. To give in advance is much better than to leave for the heirs to pay afterwards. Give it with your own hand. Even if it means one small piece, but with your own hand in your own lifetime, has much more value than that which is done in charity after you have died by your heirs, because they are obliging you, while here you are doing it yourself, obliging yourself. See that. And this is what gives me a thinking, that for all that hullabaloo, for all the sweating of my eyebrow, for all the uneasiness, for all the quarrels we have had, for all the mud-slinging that we have been doing against each other, for everything that we did to see that ours was sustained and yours was destroyed, to see everything goes wrong, to kill someone, to assassinate, or to do character assassination by issuing things, circulars, whatever it is. For what? For these 2-3 minutes when a man dies and goes. قل إن الموت الذي تفرون منه فإنه ملاقيكم ثم تردون إلى عالم الغيب والشهادة فَيُنَبِّئُكُمْ بِمَا كُنْتُمْ تَعْمَلُونَ. That death from which we are all running away and trying to escape shall visit you. I mean, there is no question of you visiting death. Death visits us. Death shall visit you one day and shall take you to him, the master, who knows all the secrets and all that which is revealed. And he will tell you what you have been doing. So let us live the way the Prophet has told us. Let us do some good turns. Let us acquire some knowledge for ourselves. Let us see that our generation becomes true Muslims and work for it. Let us change ourselves. Let us put a goal into our life. Even if it means, I say this and with all assurance, even if it means serving humanity regardless and irrespective of whether it is within the community or outside. Learn to live.